Coffee with Andy and family. What do you want to say there? Hey, hey!
No, that's too old. It's like a crop duster.
I caramba!
Old like a crop duster.
So all the boys are, except for Micah, are on shore taking a shower and doing some laundry. And we are here playing family game night without them. Watching the sun go down, enjoying a sundowner. And our visit to Saint Augustine is coming to an end soon. Although at 5:03, I got a text from Tracy telling me about a barter, use, sale, trade marine supply store here in Saint Augustine.
Well, we don't have to be up the morning bowl until 11, and they open at 9, right?
That's true. And
I'm
I can
standing at their door going, open, at 9:00.
Anyway, which we might do. We'll see. So, it's been a great time in St. Augustine. I'm not sure if I have enough footage to do a good video from St.
You
Augustine.
don't have to just do St. Augustine. You can do the whole week.
It's awesome. I have to say that just going to the fort for Casa de something.
San DeMarcos.
Are they off the ball again?
San DeMarcos.
I learned so much about Florida history that my head almost exploded. And I love history. I do history all the time. I do history wherever we go. I study history. And there was so much that I didn't know, even just about here. And the Spanish colonization and how much they colonized and converted to Catholicism with the tip of a sword. They were pretty nasty. Beautiful Hinckley sailboat that just was on the ball right behind us, and I think they're leaving now.
They're from St. Augustine, so I don't know if they were just coming out for a sunset sail and they held onto the ball while the sun went down over there, or...
Anyway, it's been an awesome trip here. Our time is wrapping up here.
You said that.
We might go out to the salt flats and go look at the lighthouse. We've walked around about 4 to 5 miles every day.
Oh, they were probably waiting on the bridge.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay. And seen all the touristy things and walked around, and I think the kids got a good vibe of what the city really has to offer. And it's different than any of the other cities we've walked around thus far. So we're going to go around the salt flats, we're going to see the lighthouse, and we'll come back around and we'll go down. The name of the river is Matanzas, which means Bloody River.
Bloody Massacre, doesn't it?
Bloody Massacre, which ties into the way that the Spanish went up to Jacksonville and killed the French Huguenots at Fort Caroline in the 1500s.
And here.
And wow. So what we're going to do is just over here, we've got St. Augustine behind us. You hear the engines running, we're making a little bit of power. We've got the fort over there, we've got the riverfront behind us. Over, let's see, Bridge of Lions is right out here. And then on this side is Anastasia Island. So we'll go around the other side of that, then we'll come back through the Bridge of Lions and go down the ICW. And when we first let Riley in on the secret that we were buying the boat, or choosing the boat and buying the boat, we drove him up to St. Augustine. And there was a place right off of A1A and the ICW, about 14 miles south of here, at the bottom of Anastasia Island, which is where the British came in during the 1712 siege of the fort here. And there's a tiny little old fort there. Stephanie and David said it was about the size of the kitchen here in the boat here. But there's a beautiful sandbar in Shoaling, and Riley said that's one of the first places I want to go on the boat. We're going to make that happen for him. And I'm excited about that because it's a beautiful spot. During the summer, it is crazy busy.
It'd be really cool if there's some manatees over there. In the warm water.
Maybe. let's see. Our buddy John Steer is in Melbourne tonight. We've talked to him. The Browns are still in Titusville. We're still coming. On our own time. I know you guys are begging.
Actually, they're cheating on us today.
Are they?
We had another friend come up with a fuel dog.
Come up with a fuel dog?
Mm-hmm.
What's that mean?
Come in and get fuel where they are.
Who's their other friend?
I don't know.
I need to call Steve.
But I'm not real impressed being cheated on.
Anyway, they could say the same thing about the Cashios and Sailing Isla and everyone else.
Yeah, but we're a throuple.
A throuple? So we had David and Stephanie on board last night. Shout out to them. Whoop, whoop. They're the previous boat owners. And they live inland in Saint Augustine, about 30 minutes. And it was good to see them. We shared a lot of stories. We talked about a lot of the nuances and idiosyncrasies of the boat. We also talked about what really unnerves us. And hers was weather. Really bothered her.
Speaking of being unnerved.
But they brought the kids burgers.
What the heck?
And then we went ashore, and we went ashore for a late dinner because we sat in the cockpit and talked till like 8:30 last night. And then we closed down this little Cajun restaurant behind us. We were the next to last people in the restaurant. They were kind of aggravated with us, I think. Whatever.
They're just eating their shift meals, looking at us across the courtyard.
Good
Are people
times.
gonna leave?
You people ever gonna leave? Oh, that's nice.
That bridge takes forever to open, but I guess he knows what he's doing. He was like still circling up the river, and the bridge is blowing its horn to stop traffic. He's still.
We were able to render aid and help out a fellow boater yesterday and dragged them out. Their dinghy motor wouldn't start. Their pull cord broke, and they were having a rough time. So we pulled them out of their boat, and they are moon drifter. They've got a schooner rigged, older wooden boat. They're from Maine, and cute young couple. This is their first trip to the Bahamas, and they said when they left Maine in November, first night under passage, it was -1 degree Fahrenheit. Nope.
I mean, I'd be leaving.
Not today.
Yeah, I want to go, but not in November.
Not from Maine. We left late,
in November.
but not that late.
That's a no from me, dog.
But it's been a good time. The boat's doing good. We're still making some tweaks and adjustments on the alternator controller regulators. And Mom, do you have anything you want to add?
Go ahead.
Micah, why don't you talk to your adoring fans? Do you have anything you want to tell them about Saint Augustine?
There's fun.
There is fun.
It is fun. It's interesting. Florida's just kind of has a very different history than
Visit the cathedral.
Then,
most of what we're used to.
and what I was taught from South Carolina, I was taught South Carolina history and Virginia history.
Well, yeah.
And then I've taken probably 7 history classes in college about the U.S. and was never really taught about Florida history. Crazy stuff. Anyway,
It was a wild, wild South.
yes. I mean, this fort was occupied by the Spanish, then the English when they surrendered it during the Treaty of Paris, and then they had to give it back to the Spanish, and then it was given over to the U.S. because Spain had racked up so much debt that the U.S. pledged to give them $5 million, or to give their creditors $5 million. We didn't do that. Then by
We just gave them a whole crumbling fort instead.
they gave us an old crumbling fort instead. Well, that was for the whole state of Florida. We got it for $5 million. Then during the American Civil War,
Except it wasn't really theirs
civil
to give.
right.
And there was nothing civil about the Civil War.
Civil War, the Confederacy took it over for a while, then the Union, and it's just got a rich history right here in Saint Augustine, and the way it's designed, where anything coming in from the ocean would be coming in on its nose, and the fort, it's star-shaped, so it could have multiple lines of fire on the ships incoming, and the ships couldn't do anything until they turned broadside. By the time they turned broadside, they were up too close and they were annihilated anyway. So just neat town. I look forward to the next stop. Gonna wrap this one up real quick. Love you guys. Carson's, we owe you guys a phone call this evening. Do some knock jokes with the kids. Other than that, we love everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.